One of the strangest conspiracy theories that I've come across is that people think dinosaurs never existed and are just made up for some reason. The belief has become more popular over the years, so much so that people like Candace Owens said they were fake, and, well, I'm sure you've seen the episode. If not, link for that's in the description. So today on Tinfoil Tuesday, we're going back to look at someone else that thinks dinosaurs never existed. The American rapper Lord Jamar. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a massive thank you to the sponsors, Exta. Exta are the future of wallets. They've launched a new upgraded version of their wallet, the Wallet Pro. Packed with upgraded features, it promises a smoother user experience and elevated product quality. It now holds 1 to 14 cards plus bills, more capacity than it had before, and you still get the awesome trigger mechanism but with a new ergonomic button. It's improved on the leather, a full recycled aluminium mechanism with no use of plastic at all. It's slimmer as well, and the flap closes better due to the removed inner lining. It also has a lifetime warranty and comes in 4 great colours. Plus there's also a brand new ecosystem of add-ons, from cash clips to trackers. It really is the most versatile leather smart wallet. And also introducing the Travel Pack Vacuum Kit. With this beauty you can get 60% more space in your suitcase, or your backpack or carry-on. The vacuum bags are carry-on size, designed to maximise space in any travel bag. It also comes with a portable USB-C rechargeable air pump, where you can get 20 uses per full charge. Or alternatively, you can compress with any vacuum cleaner. You can compress 15 plus clothing items per vacuum bag. It's made from strong anti-rip nylon. Waterproof anti-leak zippers protect clothes from spills. It really is hygienic and odour-proof packing. Exta are currently running a summer prime time sale to the 18th of August. With that you get 32% off. But with my code, all of you will get 42% off. Just click the link in the description and use the code SIMANDAN2025. Thank you again to Exta for sponsoring. Right, on with today's video then, and the idea that dinosaurs never existed. Nonsense of course, but American rapper Lord Jamar thinks so. Let's hear why, shall we?
I was checking out your podcast, right, and you made a comment that I want you to go more into detail about. You feel like dinosaurs never existed? So you feel like that was all made up?
Nah, of course it was.
Well, that wraps that one up then, doesn't it? Of course it was. Wow, if only we just all thought like that, hey? I'm almost scared to ask any evidence for this opinion, Lord Jamar.
It's just to make us feel insignificant. Like, so if the dinosaurs existed, right? And they were some of the, they ran the planet and all that. And somehow meteors took all the dinosaurs off of Earth. Well, why is there any life on Earth then? Like, what is their explanation? Cockroaches lived, so now we all evolved from cockroaches?
So this is the explanation. The dominant life forms at the time were non-avian dinosaurs, but they couldn't survive the collapse of their food chains. Big herbivores starved, carnivores that ate them starved too, and those massive lizards which ruled the planet for 150 million years were gone. But not everything died. Before the asteroid, mammals were small, mostly nocturnal, and they lived in the shadows, literally. Dinosaurs kept them in check. But once the big guys were extinct, mammals exploded into life. Without dinosaur predators hogging all the land and lunch, mammals radiated into every ecological niche. Within a few million years, we had bats in the air, whales in the ocean, elephants on land, and eventually us. Now this is called adaptive radiation. One group vacates, another group diversifies to fill the void. Evolution isn't just survival of the fittest, it's the survival of the most adaptable. But not all dinosaurs died. Birds are dinosaurs. The ones that could fly and were small enough to survive the extinction, they kept going. There's your explanation, my friend.
See, evolution itself is a lie. There is no evolution. One species cannot transform into another species. It's impossible.
Totally agree. Evolution is about gradual changes over time in a population's gene pool. Over many generations, these changes accumulate. Eventually, the population is so genetically different from the original one that it becomes a new species. That's called speciation, and it's been observed, both in nature and in the lab. People like Lord Jamar are expecting dramatic transformations over a human lifetime. But evolution happens over millions of years. It's slow and methodical, and incredibly well supported by genetics and fossils and embryology and even biogeography.
If we came from monkeys,
Nope, don't say it. Don't say the silly thing.
why are there still monkeys? Why didn't all the monkeys evolve into humans?
Yeah, you said it. I tried. This one obviously goes without saying that we did not evolve from the monkeys alive today. We of course all share a common ancestor. That is basic evolutionary science.
Where are the species that are in mid-evolution right now? Show me a species that is like half one thing and half another.
First of all, this half and half idea is a cartoon version of evolution. It doesn't create creatures that are half lizard, half bird. What we do see though are species with traits that bridge two groups. Now these are called transitional forms, and we've got loads of them. The platypus lays eggs like a reptile, nurses young like a mammal. Lungfish, fish that can breathe air and survive out of water for months. And humans, that's right, we're transitional too. We're evolving right now. Wisdom teeth, vestigial tailbone, evolutionary leftovers from ancestors who needed them.
You can go back millions of years to certain fossils of all kinds of different species, and they've been the exact same for millions of years. They have the fossils to prove them. So where is this evolution?
That's called evolutionary stasis. It means that a species has remained relatively unchanged because it's already really well adapted to its environment. If your body's crushing the game for 100 million years straight, why change it? Evolution means change when there's pressure to change. No pressure, no big changes. That's not anti-evolution, that's exactly how evolution works.
And dinosaurs are supposed to be part of this evolutionary process because basically they're like lizards that grew to such a massive state. Now, do I believe there were animals that exist today that were bigger at another time? Yes, I do. Do I believe there were like saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths? And dare I say, giant humans? There's way more evidence for all of that than there ever was for any dinosaurs.
Okay, let's look at the evidence for dinosaurs compared to giant humans, shall we? Dinosaurs. Tens of thousands of specimens. Stratified fossil layers so we know how old they are. Complete skeletons reconstructed in museums worldwide. Dinosaur poop, trackways with gait and stride analysis, and feathered dinosaur fossils linking directly to birds. Meanwhile, the evidence for giant humans is nothing but conspiracy blog posts, hoaxed videos, and fringe YouTubers. No skeletal remains at all that match 10, 20 or 30 foot humans, and no archaeological or medical or anthropological records to support that. Saying there's more evidence for mythical giants than there is dinosaurs is like saying there's more evidence for Bigfoot than there are elephants. It's ridiculous.
The first time you even heard of dinosaurs is in the 1800s sometimes. Look it up. When somebody claimed that, maybe it was with this whole evolutionary theory, and when they magically, when the term dinosaur came up and they started looking for dinosaurs, they magically found them. Up until that, you never heard of dinosaurs. You never heard of them in the Bible. You never heard of dinosaurs any other time.
Humans have been finding big bones for thousands of years. They just didn't know what they were. Ancient Chinese texts described dragon bones. The Greeks found giants' bones and thought they were from mythological heroes or monsters. Native American tribes have stories of thunder horses and giant birds, fossils they stumbled upon before science could name them. The word dinosaur, of course, wasn't coined until around 1842, and that was by Sir Richard Owen, after he studied some fossilised remains and realised they belonged to a previously unknown group of giant reptiles. People just didn't know what they were looking at. Imagine if you're a farmer in 300 BC and you dug up a giant femur. You're not going to say, ah yes, clearly this is from a theropod species from the late Cretaceous period. Let's have some common sense, Lord Jamar.
Now they'll show us some fake cave paintings that they say depict dinosaurs like that. I would question the authenticity of those cave paintings, because nowhere else are any dinosaurs ever mentioned.
Okay, first off, just because something is not in the Bible, it doesn't mean it didn't exist. And secondly, the vast majority of ancient art shows known animals, not dinosaurs, because dinosaurs did not exist at the time of humans.
Yet giants are mentioned multiple times in multiple civilizations for hundreds and thousands of years through history.
Yes, giants are mentioned across cultures, but so are dragons and unicorns and gods that throw lightning bolts. Ancient people told stories to explain the world around them. It's called mythology, not peer-reviewed research. The fact that giants show up in multiple civilizations is a reflection of storytelling tropes, not fossil evidence. Meanwhile, in the real world over here, we found thousands of dinosaur skeletons, from chicken size to massive sauropods.
And we have 7-foot tall people that exist right now, but we ain't got nothing that looks like a dinosaur. Not one thing.
The crocodile and the big bird species are like, am I a joke to you?
And if you look how those dinosaurs are anatomically designed, bro, they wouldn't even be able to walk or move or anything. Like it's almost ridiculous. They'd be falling over, like weight-wise and all of that, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's one of the most ridiculous designs that they ever came up with.
Oh my word, what an awful statement. T-Rex had huge muscular legs for movement. Studies using 3D reconstructions showed it could walk efficiently and likely reach speeds of 7 to 20 kilometers per hour. Plenty fast to chase down prey. That big tail it had wasn't for dramatic flair, it acted as a counterbalance for its massive head and torso, keeping its centre of gravity stable. And its arms were thick and strong, ending in massive claws. T-Rex was a perfect apex predator. It's a species whose anatomy has been studied in excruciating detail, using everything from fossilised skeletons to computer simulations and biomechanical models.
Yeah, that is a lie to make you feel insignificant, to make you feel like, listen, if the dinosaurs could be extinct, you could be extinct tomorrow.
Well, we could.
Now, first of all, they talk about all these meteors, showers. Where are they? How come we've never seen nothing get hit since? The Earth ain't been hit by no meteor since when? When the last time we got hit with a meteor?
2013. It didn't hit the Earth but exploded in the air just above the surface.
That caused a crater. They say there's craters on the Earth that's supposed to be from meteors. Where's the aftermath of the meteor? Where's the rock?
I don't know if you know this about Earth, but it's geologically active, which means over thousands and thousands of years, the crust repairs itself, wiping out most of the evidence for craters.
They say the moon, first of all, the moon is not a solid object, but they say that it was, what you see are craters that are hit by meteors. Well, why we don't see the moon get hit by meteors now?
This is a video of an asteroid impact on the moon. You're welcome. NASA has observed over 300 impacts there since 2005.
Do meteors not exist anymore? Why are they not hitting these satellites that you claim are in space? These thousands of satellites that we never see against the silhouette of the moon or we never see these things.
You can absolutely see satellites. And actually, satellites are regularly struck by space debris.
They never crash into each other. They don't need any fuel or anything like that to propel them. What's going on here?
Satellites are placed into orbit by rockets. Once they're up there, they're in free fall, continuously falling around the Earth. That's what an orbit is. No fuel required to stay up there, unless they need to adjust their path or avoid debris.
There's a lot of lies going on, Art, and the dinosaurs is just a tip of the iceberg, bro. That's just a tip of the iceberg. We've been lied to about a lot from very young. They teach you all these lies when you're a child. And all I'll say is, do your own research, people.
And there it is, everyone, the golden goose of conspiracy theorist rhetoric. It's their go-to phrase when evidence runs out but they still want the win. Dear oh dear.
You can literally make a dinosaur skeleton out of chicken bones. You could take a chicken bones, rearrange them, and make a skeleton, make it look like a skeleton of a dinosaur. Bro, it's nonsense. Evolution, nonsense.
Amazing that you pick an animal that's literally related to dinosaurs. They literally are dinosaurs. They're the living descendants of small theropods, like the Velociraptor and Microraptor. So it's not surprising that some of their bones resemble that of their ancient cousins. Hilarious. Well, there we go, everyone. What do we think of that one from Lord Jamar? Let me know in the comments below. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Thanks so much for watching today. It is, as ever, always appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the thumbs up button too. It'd be very much appreciated. Just enough time to once again thank Extra for sponsoring today's video. Remember, they're currently running a summer prime time sale till August the 18th, where you can get 32% off, but with my code you can get 42% off. Just click the link in the description and use the code SIMANDAN2025. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the debunking of Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Clues Part 6. See you then.